Hey y'all, it's Magnolia Money, and today I've got the flip tic-tac-toe that I'm going to show you guys. What a few things you want to know, first of all, is that how you get these flip numbers is here. First of all, these are flip numbers. You take 0 through 9, you add 3 to it, and that's how you receive the numbers on the bottom. That's what your flip number is from the ones up here is what I call your base numbers. Now, mirror numbers are these here. This is where a 0 can play as a 5 can play as a 0. If you see a 2, you know that it can be played as a 7 and vice versa for each of these. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to set up these particular tic-tac-toes using flip numbers, but we're going to predict the following night's numbers using mirrors. So this is how I do it. You guys, if you have a different method or way, feel free to let me know. I appreciate all of the information and advice that people have given. But we're going to play off of tonight's 11/23, which is November 23rd. We know that that night's winning number was 365. So I'm going to show you guys kind of a little bit of what I do and how I do this. So for 365, the flip numbers for this would be, let's see, we have got 3. So what you do is you come up here and you find your 3. It flips to a 6. So we're going to put in a 6. The next number you would find, you would see that it plays as a 6. It flips to a 9. So we have 6, 9, and then the last number would be played as a 5, and that's going to flip over to an 8. So we now have our numbers 6, 9, 8. So I'm going to place these down the middle here. This is for my positive and my minus. What we're going to do is now add 1 to this particular tic-tac-toe. So we're going to count only what's in the ones position. So if a 10 comes up, we're going to automatically take the 0 and keep that. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or you can simply just keep it in a pattern and rotation of 0 through 9 and it just repeating itself. All right, so on this one here, because this is a minus tic-tac-toe, we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. All right, so now we have one set of the plus and the minus for the flip tic-tac-toe. All right, now down here, we can do the same thing. Only difference is instead of running it down the middle, we're going to go diagonal. So let's look at it this way. 6, 9, 8, because those were the flip numbers for the 365. 6, 9, 8. This is on our plus side, so we're going to add 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, this is going to be the subtraction, so we've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You always go counterclockwise when doing these. Tried doing them the other way, it doesn't really work out so hot. So stick to it being a counterclockwise motion when you're adding and subtracting. And so this is what you look for. Ideally, what I do to kind of give me a little bit of an advantage or a head start on what numbers to really look for the following night is to see which ones are most commonly played. So if you reference your mirrors, which at this point I am done with the flip numbers. I will no longer use those inside the tic-tac-toes. I only used it to get the tic-tac-toe. So now the mirror is what I'm looking for, okay? So with that being said, I see that the 4 can play as a 9 because that's in the mirrors here. So I see that there's 3 of them here. I see that there's 2 here, but I also see there's a 2 and a 7 that's playing. So those seem to be common so far. There's some 6s that are playing, the 1s. You know, you guys see which ones are the most common. That kind of gives you, like I said, a head start on the following night. You see here you have a 9, a 4. You see that there's a 2 and a 7 that's repeated. There's, like I said, that 4 and the 9. So you know for a fact that the 4 and or 9 should be playing the following night. Now, it doesn't always work. Now, it depends on how the numbers fall. But usually that is what I look for. And most of the time, it has been correct. So for in this case, we know that the following night's draw number for 11/24 was 749. All right, so I go over here and I'm looking for those numbers so that we can see how they played. It kind of gives you a pattern so that you know kind of what to look for on how to predict your numbers, because you could have picked any variety of combinations of these. So 749 was the winning number. So over here, because the 2 plays as a 7, that would be played as a 9 and a 4. All right, you have the 7. You have the 4, which, you know, it could also still be a 9 or 4. And that also mirrors as a 9 or 4. So you can see where it played out 2 different ways inside that particular tic-tac-toe. Now on this one, the winning number, like I said, was 749. You have 749. It played out as a base or a straight way. So those are your base numbers. You didn't have to use mirrors. However, if you did use a mirror, you can see that you have 7, you have the 9, and then you have the 4. So that's just another method there you can use to kind of help you out. If it doesn't come out straight, like I said, most of the time it will play as a mirror more often than not. All right, so on the next one, for the positive going diagonal, you're looking for 7, 4, 9. You have 7, 4, 9. You can also do 7, 4, 9. And you can see where those, like I said, the mirrors are very, very heavy here in the state of Mississippi. So that's one thing you want to keep an eye on. And as you learn these, it'll become like second nature just to pick it up and keep moving. All right, so here, like I said, we're looking for 7, 4, 9. We have 7, 4, 9. It played out as a straight weight in the negatives or the minus versions of these. All right, so if you're looking for mirrors, you would see 7, 9, 4. So this is just an example of what you can do, how you can do it. This will work for any state. Just try it out. If you're not sure if it will work or not, backtrack it to a couple of different dates previously in the month. Test it, see how it works. You could also take and make a chart for 7, 4, 9 and then play it out and see how it fell for the previous night, just the exact same way that we just did, because this was an example that I was using. As you learn these patterns, as you look for mirrors and seeing kind of which ones fall and how often they fall, you'll be able to start eliminating a lot of excess numbers that you don't really need and start narrowing down your options. So I appreciate you guys coming by and checking out the video. I have more. Check out the playlist. It says Cash 3 on my channel. I appreciate you guys coming by. Y'all take care. Good luck on your wins.